Hi everyone, my name is Adriana and today I will be taking you through my networks. Right here we have my basic outline of my networks separated into 5 different categories with me in the center of all 5 of them. The top half I've rearranged into my real life networks with family, friends, and coworkers, while the bottom 2 are my online life networks with my internship and my personal accounts. So I'm going to start with my real life networks first, and I'm going to go to my family. I've separated my family into 3 different subgroups, and they are the state of Connecticut, the state of New Hampshire, and the state of Massachusetts. Really simply put, I grew up in Massachusetts, and then when high school came along, we moved up to New Hampshire, and when college came along, I met my boyfriend, and I've become really close with this family. I'm actually in Connecticut right now filming this, so I consider them definitely my family as well after 4 years. My immediate and extended family are located in Massachusetts just because a lot of them are still there. My most immediate family, like my mom and my dad and my dog, are all in New Hampshire. And my boyfriend and his family are all located in Connecticut. Now, they are all really good at their jobs, but I wouldn't consider them mavens. And actually, because of me and my family and how close I am with my boyfriend, everybody is connected. So it's really nice that everybody can interact with one another. As for my friends, I've also broken this down into the 3 states of Connecticut, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts, just because I have connections of friends within all of them. Started off with Massachusetts, just because I started in kindergarten and worked my way up to the 8th grade, and I made a bunch of close friends, and even my best friends were from kindergarten. And then I did 1 year of high school in Massachusetts, and I have some friends from that experience. Then moving up to New Hampshire, I finished high school and made a bunch of friends. I went to college at Southern Hampshire University, made some friends there, and then I started becoming really active within fitness and going to the gym, so I made a bunch of gym buddies at my Zumba classes as well. As for Connecticut, my boyfriend's introduced me to a bunch of his friends, and I've kind of made some friends of my own, so I'd consider them mine. And within these, for Massachusetts, there's a ton of connectors between high school and kindergarten all the way up to 8th grade, just because everybody kind of met in elementary school and then grew up and went to the same high school and middle school. So they're all connected. As for New Hampshire, I'm the salesman in this situation. I've introduced some of my high school friends to my college friends and vice versa, so now they're connected too. Also, I don't know if it counts, but my boyfriend who went to my college has also been introduced to some of my high school friends. So even though he's listed in Connecticut, he's definitely counts as my college friend. Also, I'm the salesman again for my high school friends from Massachusetts with my New Hampshire college friends through a couple of birthday parties and graduation parties, so they know each other too and they've connected. Now for my coworkers, I work at Market Basket and then my internship at Home Free. Unfortunately, these two are not connected in any shape or form, but that's okay. Now to my online life. I've separated into internship and personal. My internship is at Home Free LLC, that lovely allergy-friendly cookie company I keep telling you guys about in case you want to check them out. For my internship, there are a lot of subcategories for this. I've broken it down into our buyers, who not only are just the customers, but the people who actually buy our products to put on their store shelves. Then I have all of our social media that I run, our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and then our weekly newsletter, or monthly newsletter that we send out, but we have a complete emailing list, and then finally our blog. For these, there's basically connections galore within all of our social media accounts. Once they see us on Facebook or Instagram or something, they know to look for our other accounts, especially because they're all connected anyway. So then they follow us on those because they've seen that they're already connected with us on one, so they look for us on their other accounts. As for LinkedIn, LinkedIn kind of connects with all of our social media accounts, not by our basic customers, but by our buyers and experts in the field. Allergy awareness is a really high ranked position on LinkedIn, if you can believe, and they look for our social media accounts so they can search for ways to interact with us and use us as part of their jobs or as an example of a company who's helping to promote allergy awareness. And then our buyers are salesmen, literally and theoretically. Literally because they're actually buying our product, and theoretically because they're trying to make connections happen between their customers and our customers as well as ourselves. As for LinkedIn, there's mavens everywhere. If they're in the allergy field, they are most likely considered an expert, whether they're a doctor or a really high-ranked mom. Which brings me to the blog section. I would consider them amateur mavens just because these parents who have changed their lives completely trying to protect their children from food allergies or sensitivities. So they've basically become experts on how to protect their children from these. As for my personal accounts, I have a lot of subcategories. I have a Pinterest, a Facebook, an Instagram, a Twitter, a Foursquare, a Tumblr. I have my own blog, and then I also have my LinkedIn too. As for these, my Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and even my Foursquare are all connected. My friends would see that I'm on one and follow me on the others, just as with my internship. However, none of these are connected to my Tumblr. As I stated before, I don't really like anybody looking at my Tumblr besides myself and people who I've made connections with solely through Tumblr. So I don't like to broadcast that blog as much. So it's not really connected to anybody, or nobody really knows that I have one except you guys. As for my Pinterest, I think there's some mavens here just because a lot of people are experts within food or fitness. I follow a lot of fitness blogs. So I would consider them experts, especially I follow a lot of celebrities or just advocates for certain things that I enjoy. And there's a lot of salesmen here, sort of. Some people make connections by introducing me to a board that everybody can post on. So then I find other people through an open board that we're all allowed to communicate on. And we all necessarily didn't know each other before we were introduced to that board. So whoever connects us and allows us to post freely on that board is definitely a salesman in my eyes. As for LinkedIn, just as it was with my internship, there's a lot of mavens here too. I would consider my professors who I follow on LinkedIn professionals and experts in their field for teaching me everything. And as for my blog, whether it be my ICM blog for my 501 class or another personal blog that I have, isn't really connected to anything either. The only people who know about it are the ones who are on the same blog site as that one. And that's about it. I know there was one question on here about how they succeed in communication or why they don't and why they do fail. I would say if you're not using the applications properly or what they were made for, then you're not communicating at all. They were made to create communications and to create relationships. So if you're not using them within that intent, then you're not really communicating. So that's the only way I can see them failing. Other than that, it's pretty hard to fail when you're using Facebook or Twitter or Pinterest or even Instagram for that matter. But that's about it for my networks. This assignment has really opened my eyes to how many people I truly do have connections with and how all they can be connected as well, and how it's the 6 degrees of separation thing. I saw it firsthand within myself. It was just a really cool assignment. So thanks for watching.